welcome back to another episode of Mommies and PJs. Mommies in PJs. Well, I'm a mommy and I'm in PJs, and here I am.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only go like once.
We're in the month
Life
of
moved fast
May,
when you doing what you want.
and it's a lot. So we have the entire month being Child's Month. We have or had International Nurses Day, and we had National Teachers Day. Mother's Day. So let me know in the comments how you spent your Mother's Day, okay? So let's talk about Mother's Day. All right, so this is my, I want to say, third Mother's Day, and I spent it was the first Mother's Day that I spent with my sisters, right? And one of my sisters, she's a mom, so she has two kids, and my other sister, it was her birthday, so it was a really good feeling having us all together, the kids, and we went out to eat at Murray's in Clarendon. Listen, it's a good thing I made reservations, because guess what? When we pulled up the line long from here to down River Nile, like no exaggeration, and but the food was great. The prices weren't bad either. But guys, listen, if you're from Clarendon or you're staying in Clarendon for any big thing, like just book your reservation, please. All right, the curry goat. I love the curry goat. I love the curry goat. The curry goat was really good. And the roti, like, please, Mr. Murray, Mrs. Murray. Oh, Mrs. Murray gave us our limeade rather. So thank you for that. But definitely the curry goat, Mrs. Murray, Mr. Murray, some Murray, when I pass through, please give me extra roti. Thank you very much. All right. So Mother's Day is usually, international, and you get to celebrate your mom. So even if you don't call your mother for the rest of the year, you're going to ensure you do that for Mother's Day. And I remember when I was younger, I saved my lunch money to give my mom a kettle. I remember it was a brand new kettle because my mom was old school where you light stove and you put on that. And I'm like, Mommy, like speed this process up. And she was quite appreciative of it. But so we know Mother's Day is usually a grand time, especially if you're a new mom. I hope it was great. I hope it was relaxing, and I hope you get to rest. Because I think my first Mother's Day, I I was so overwhelmed, and I was going through a lot. I just wanted a break, right? Same thing for my first Christmas. But on the flip side, even if you're not a mom and you've lost your mother, Mother's Day can be a little bit tricky, right? It can provoke emotions that you thought were buried. So one of the things I like to tell people is that I don't necessarily believe that time heals all wound. Or maybe I do, but it's not something I usually lead with. I usually say time allows you to process, and time allows you to change the narrative. I have persons who this was their first Mother's Day without their mom, one of whom she's also a mom, the other one she's still quite young. And I know the emotions were raw, and they probably wanted to disconnect a little bit or a lot. And as someone who went through that, I lost my mom the April, and Mother's Day wasn't far from that, it was right behind. And it took a while. It took a while. I'm not going to say I'm over my mom's death, and I'm not going to say you're ever going to be over your mom's death. What I'm saying is you tend to continue, and you knew your mom, right? So you knew what was important to her. My mom wanted me to succeed. We have a saying we say, Mom a child or Mom a pitney pass the worst. You understand? Which means your mother, your parents, they usually want the best for you. And I felt like if my mom was here today, she would have been proud of me. So that kind of keeps me going, right? So find that for you. You know how in life they'll say find your why, find your why. Well, find your why. Like, why are you gonna continue? Why are you gonna push even though your mother is no longer here with you? Because I know your mom wouldn't want you to waste your years, right? So take your time, process the emotions. I am more than 10 years in, and I still go through periods where I'm like, I really miss my mom, you know? It can be random as 2 a.m. It can be a smell. It can be a sound, just having conversations. So grief isn't linear, you know? Just take your time and process. Do what's best for you, right? So Mother's Day can be tricky. Find what works for you and don't shy away from the emotions. And I'm pro therapy, pro therapy, pro therapy. If you're able to, if you can afford it, definitely suggest a therapy. And I know you can get counseling at various institutions for a reduced cost, right? Okay. So the other thing is it's Child's Month. Oh, just before I touch into that, I'm a nurse. So it was, Nurses Day as well. And even if you're not a nurse by profession, once you're a mom, you're a nurse, you're a teacher, you're a lawyer, you're a counselor, you're everything. So give yourself grace and like no, no. Today flex, like flex the stripes because we're the unsung heroes. Mothers, like you go 10 toes down for your kids. So make up yourself, flex it, flex it, flex it, flex it, right? And the month of May, it's Child's Month. And I know the schools out here, we tend to do Read Across Jamaica, and that happened at my son's school, and he came home with a lot of books. But one of the things that gets me going, or I'll have random smiles throughout the day, is the conversations I have with my toddler. Listen to me now. It can be so random, and this is why I always tell you, be careful of what you say, how you act, and what you do. Your child is absorbing everything, and them a listen. Them a listen. So boom, let me tell you now. Other day, he looked at me and he's like, I love you, mommy. And I'm like, oh, so sweet. I love you too, baby. And then he goes, Mom. I'm like, yes. Where's your mom? Say what? When I tell you I was stumped, like I couldn't 7 or 11, I did not know what to do because I didn't expect that. We weren't discussing anything along, along the lines of death, dying, mourning. No, but it's the fact that I think in his little brain, he went, you're my mom. Where's yours? I want to know. And I fumbled. I was like, my mom. So my mom is no longer here with us, but she loves me, or she loved me rather, and she would have loved you too. And somehow I found a way to change the topic, and it's just because I'm not ready or I'm not fully prepared, so I'm hoping to have a proper answer the next time he asks me. But things like those, you understand what I'm saying? He'll say the most random thing that reminds me that he's human. He's observing, and he's trying to make sense of the world. And I'm sure you'll have those moments with your kids, with your toddlers, and they'll ask the craziest thing. I picked him up from school the other day, and he was going a different path. We usually, say bye to the teachers or the aunties, get in the car and whatever, say bye to other classmates. But today he decided that, mommy, come, let's go. And I'm like, where are we going? He's like, come, let's go. Okay, fine, let's go. And he picked a pink flower. He's like, Mom, it's pink, and here you go. Clearly, the little boy didn't want me to cry at school because what? And stuff like that. I have a little mini stepper that I try to get my workout in if I can't go to the gym or whatever the case may be, and I go on it. He goes on it too because they mimic, right? And he's like, go mommy, go mommy, hey, go. No, I'm adding the hey because it's a vibe. But that motivation, especially the fact that that little boost that I didn't ask for, I didn't expect, and he's like, yeah, like, yeah, man, you can do it. What? What? And like, though it's Child's Month and our focus is on our children, I know we do it daily and every month, but really take time to appreciate the child that you have. Not the child that you want to have, but the child that you have. Because as parents, we have expectations for our kids, right? Like, you want your child to be a doctor, a lawyer, a chief, or whatever the case may be, but what are your children, or what is your child showing? Like, who is your child? Like, if I'm supposed to say, who's your child? What are you going to say? You're going to say your child's name, but who? Who is he? What makes him special? What makes him unique? Not the person that you're trying to mold him in, but for now, like my child, I think he's very he observes a lot, and I think he's kind. He's very kind, and he's so protective of his cousin. You'll think he's the older one, but he's younger than his cousin that by a year, I believe. And if we're around and he's like, Mom, can I have a bun? The little round buns. I'm like, sure. He's like, okay, I'm gonna take piece for me and piece for my cousin. I remember my sister, she threw a cookout, right? And 7 o'clock in the night, the last set of persons were coming for their food because they were working or whatever the case may be. And, the person brought additional person we would never expect, right? And like one of those person was a child. I don't think he was more than 6, right? And he's like, Mom, where's the child's food? Where's the little boy's food? And I'm like, hmm, you're right. And I went to the child. I'm like, you okay? You want something to eat? And he's like, Mommy, I'll take it. You know? So he so my son saw that child and he realized he has never seen this child before. And we're giving the adults food, right? So the child food was included, but the child didn't receive it as yet. So it's like, no, hurry up. Like, I want this person to eat. And that's the type of person he is. And he's quite sociable. Like, he can make friends like this, like but like this. He makes friends easily. Easily. Like, that's not me. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm that social. I don't think I make friends like that. But that's the type of person he is, and he'll definitely share. So he's kind. So take a minute and just appreciate the child that you have. All right, appreciate the child you have. um this is my book because I know I have single mothers who may watch my channel, and if you ever need a pick me up, or just to remember that you're not alone with what you may feel, this is just a quick video that I'm still here and I'll be posting more, you know and just pick up yourself because you're the mom. Like nobody can take your place. Like who's gonna take your child better than you? So I know you may feel down and I know you may feel overwhelmed and you have so many emotions going on. But listen, 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 listen. You pat yourself on the back. My back, my back, my back, back, back. Pat yourself on the back because you're doing an excellent job. And there is no manual to this thing, right? We have so many books on parenting, on motherhood, and that's because each experience is unique. So take your time. Take your time. Take your time and just try to be present with your kids. All right. So that is it for this episode. I'll see you in the next one. And I'm Chrisanne. Bye.